Hello everyone, on today's Beauty Boss, I am going to do an autumn makeup tutorial. Yes, it's new season, summer is over. So I'm gonna get started. Let's get some foundation on. This is the Clarins Skin Illusion. Now this is gonna give you proper coverage without looking too heavy. I don't know about you, but I'm sort of done with that whole summery, overly dewy, tinted moisturizer. I need coverage now. Always starting around my nose, as that is where it gets the reddest. So next we are going to tackle my under eyes. As you can see, I get a lot of darkness on the inner corners. I have fallen in love with this Trish McEvoy eye brightening pencil. So this is in Shell. It's a pink one, and you just draw. You can just draw over all the darkness and then you just pat it in. I mean, it is the easiest product to use. It's supposed to be this white because you are going to go over with concealer. You guys have a look, you can see the difference now. Concealer time. I am going to use this very brilliant Instant Anti-Age Eraser Concealer. So this is the Maybelline one. I think you can tell that I've used this one quite a lot. And then you can just pat it on under the eyes. My number one rule is if you think your foundation's looking a bit heavy, well, all you need to do is just keep blending circular motions until everything just feels seamless. Done. Next up, let's do brows. Now, I don't know why so many people don't do this. Before I do my brows, I always take a tissue and go through my brows because there's loads of foundation on your skin. For brows, I am using this very clever contraption. It is the Nudest Eyebrow Pencil and Gel. So your pencil is there, and I love slanted tip for a brow pencil, and then your gel is there. Clever, isn't it? Slanted tip. All I like to do for my brows every day is really just fill them in. I don't try and change the shape. Just using the slanted tip, I'm creating natural hairs as if they should be there anyways. And then the all-important step, never underestimate the importance of a brow gel. This is going to keep them in place, and it's also going to blend the pigments out a little bit so it's not so harsh. Also, a really good tip is if you find that you just can't fill in the gaps, go in the opposite direction from the hair. Sometimes that's what it takes to really get into the gaps, because then the brow gel is going to smooth that out. Time to move on to the eye. Now, I know lots of you may be thinking glitter is only appropriate, say in December, but not these. These are really gorgeous, suitable all year round glitters. Can't think of a catchier name than that, so that will do for now. But let me just show you guys. It's like a wet look metallic rather than an obvious glitter. Now, a very clever pro trick before you do the eyeshadow is to do a base. This is one of MAC's most iconic products, Groundwork, and it is just the most brilliant base for any eyeshadow. It's going to really help the glitter just pop that little bit more. As you can see, I'm going really technical. I'm just using my fingers. Groundwork's on that finger and the eyeshadow's there. And I'm just going to start popping it on. Look how easy that is. Just blending so that I feel comfortable with the intensity, but you can blend as little or as much as you want. This is Charlotte Tilbury's eye powder pencil, and a really good tip I learned is to just dot it along the lash line as if you're almost painting your lashes rather than your lids. Dot, 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 wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And then just using a really short flat brush, you want to just blend the line. I am in love with this Shiseido mascara. It's the Imperial Lash Mascara Ink. Anyone who asks me what's so special about it, I don't know. It just looks absolutely lovely on. It gives a really, really neat, separated lash look. And because I've gone quite wow with the eyeshadow, it's really important to get into the roots. Hopefully you guys can see this. I've got really misbehaving lashes on my left eye. They go like this. So what I try and do is I comb through them as straight as possible. I almost try and mold them into position to get them to go in the straight line that I want them to go in. I'm gonna warm up my skin. This is the Delilah Compact Matte Bronzer. Got medium dark, so I'm gonna go very, very light with this. During the summer, I like to use, you know, those sort of goldy, shimmery bronzers just to give that I'm on the beach having the time of my life glow. But this is more of a back to school city glow where you're gonna naturally warm up the skin so it basically just looks like your skin rather than a suntan. And because it is completely matte, this should just look like your skin. I know there is a whole rule for applying bronzer, but I like to just put it everywhere. Sorry, makeup artists. Is that enough? No, keep going. Put the bronzer down, Beauty Boss. Okay, I'm done. Highlighter, highlighter, highlighter. I love this stuff. This is the Marc Jacobs Dewdrops. What I'm actually gonna use is just what's on my hand there, because when I say a little goes a long way, I really mean it. So I'm gonna use a fan brush because that is really the easiest way to make it look very subtle rather than, you know, that heavy strip of highlighter. There it goes, tiny bit there, and then just fanning it on. Oh, a bit hot in here. And you know, don't be afraid if you think it's going on too heavily, just use your finger to blend it in, make it look really, really natural. So I'm just gonna go over the Cupid's bow, but when I say basically just use the tiniest bit, whatever's left on your finger, because what this is gonna do is highlight your Cupid's bow, which is just gonna make it, it's just gonna accentuate it. We have practically done everything for the skin. I'm just gonna add a little bit of blush, and this is the Rosle for Autograph Cream Blusher, and the shade is exactly the look I want, English Rose Flush. So there you go. Secret is, I'm gonna try Chic on Snowden, which doesn't really work, but here you go. So hat it on with the middle finger and then blend outwards. I rave about these Burberry Lip Velvet Crush lip sponges a lot because they are brilliant. Now, this is the awkward part because we're gonna have to wind it up. If, like me, you struggle to get that really perfect lip shape, this is a brilliant option because you just that was dab it on. Now, a lot comes out with this sponge, so the trick is to do it in lots of light layers, and whenever you feel like there's too much, just take a tissue, blot it, and start again. As you can see, there is no pro technique here. That is a really, really easy way to get a bold lip on instead of a classic bullet. This is just a nice sponge. It can be a stain, or you can keep layering until you get something slightly bolder like this. So just to finish off, I'm gonna just knock that little bit of shine off. Pat, and then sides of the nose. Probably a bit big, this brush, but making sure I leave this area to really glow and shine. So there you go. That is a full autumn makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you soon. And for more videos like these, tune in to the Sunday Times Style Play channel.